Gisbergen has got control of this motor race. He's put together a beautiful drive today. Cam Orders in second place. What a performance. Lines it up through Forest Elbow. Remember the start of the weekend? That's where it all went sideways for him with Tim Slade early in the day. But now the last sequence of gear changes. And stop and consider this, Mark. He was the runner-up here in 2016. He missed out by 1/10 of a second. He was the runner-up here last year. He missed out by 7/10 of a second. But more telling was in 2014. He had this thing by the throat and it got away from him. He should have won on that occasion, but he's going to do it today. He makes the run down to the final corner, and Shane Van Gisbergen is about to put his foot on the brake for the very last time and line it up to the checkered flag. The 31-year-old Kiwi is the master of Bathurst, and Shane Van Gisbergen takes victory at Mount Panorama.
You're the first to see it. Awesome.
Incredible. Incredible. Garth Vander there. Jeremy Moore.
Brandon Person. You can do plenty of skids after straight gate.
Red Bull Holden Racing Team and Triple Eight Racing have just succeeded. And for Holden, in their final year with the brand being retired from Australia, have won Australia's biggest motor race. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
4 victories.
Number
4 is sweet. Out the other side of the dipper now for the final time. There are marshallers applauding, but does he pull it up well here at Forest Elbow? He's got to be ultra conservative. He's made mistakes there in the recent past. He gets through there cleanly. The margin is just 0.9 of a second. Down Conrod Straight now for the last time. 4th gear, 5th gear and 6th gear. There was a question mark over the gearbox in this car earlier in the day. No such problem right now. Into the braking area for the last time. And the thing just looked a tiny bit unstable when he first grabbed the brake. The margin is exactly 1 second through that muddy section of the racetrack for the very final time. And what a day. He's overcome a penalty. Competitor crashes, weather, rain and mud. It's farewell Holden and hello Shane Van Gisbergen, the winner of the Repco Bathurst 1000. What a superb performance by Shane Van Gisbergen and Garth Tander for the final time for Holden. Jamie Whincup rejoicing. Garth Tander and the rest of the team absolutely so enthusiastic. The celebrations for Van Gisbergen. What a day for Holden fans. 73rd career victory for Shane Van Gisbergen. 57th for Garth Tander. That's 100 career podiums for Tander and the 2nd Bathurst 1000 victory for Shane Van Gisbergen. Red Bull have done it again. 22.2 seconds is the margin as he heads into turn 1 for the final time. Sister car in the foreground. Bit of dust being brought up from somebody having run wide down there on the exit of turn number 1.
And they've done a superb job again, Neil. Richie Stanaway has contributed so much through the course of this week. He's worked very hard with Shane on the race car setup. The thing that they weren't happy with was the qualifying. Didn't quite have the raw pace of Kostecki, and they basically put the white flag up on that and concentrated totally on a race car. And that has, from today's performance, stood out as a very, very good decision. And a great decision just to make sure that car flows as nicely as it has as the crowd erupts on the top of the hill.
This is going to shake up the points a little bit in the back end of this championship as well, on the run to the Gold Coast and to Adelaide. Fans enjoying it at the top of the hill, and the shadows lengthen at the back end of the Great Race Edition for 2023. For Van Gisbergen now, that margin is 21.4 seconds. He negotiates Forest Elbow for the final time. They're loving it over the top of the hill. The passion across the fan group for Ford fans and for GM fans is extreme, and one of the best crowds that we've seen here this weekend. The Camaro howls down Conrod Straight for the final time. on the brakes. That gearbox has survived. The steering, whatever the little trouble was there, has survived. He's into the final corner. He's off to the USA in 2024, but not before he smashes home a hammer blow pre-departure. Shane van Gisbergen is now a three-time winner of the great race. Let's have a look at our race results now. Confirmation for race 24 of 28 for the 23 Pepco Supercars Championship. Shane van Gisbergen and Richie Stanaway with emphatic victory today.